Chapter 14. Yuri and I sit together eating dinner in my apartment. It's nice. The room seems so much brighter with her in it. Her aura fills me to my core with joy. She's like nothing I'd ever experienced before. "Want some music, dear?" I ask her. "I would love some," she replies with a kiss and a smile. I get up from my seat and go to my wall with records on it. I'd gone through many of them already, as we'd listened to a great deal of classical music for the time that Yuri and I were together. "How about something different?" I ask. "I would love to hear more of the music that you like," replies Yuri. "Very well," I say as I pull forth a Marty Robbins record. Gunfighter ballads and trail songs. I return to my seat and begin eating the food before me, beef stew with toasted bread. I learned a few tips from Yuri on making the stew. She helped me chop up the cabbage and peel the carrots while I readied the celery and onion. I watched Yuri eat her stew, taking care to cool each spoonful before taking it into her mouth and chewing it calmly. It was amazing how drastically her mood could change, from her aggressive mood that I'd seen just earlier today to the way that she was now and had been for the most part when she was with me. I feel her hand on top of mine as I sit there with her. My eyes move up from her chin where they'd been at rest to her eyes. She gazes lovingly at me. We move in for a brief kiss but stay a bit longer. Whenever I'm with her, I feel like an uncorrupted part of me takes over, my true essence, it may seem. For all of my life, I've wrestled against the complexities and hardships wrought by my own mind, perhaps caused by my illness, or perhaps a symptom of the things brought on by my illness. But this part of it that Yuri has allowed to become active is quite amazing. It's pure, it is filled with joy and passion. We break away from our kiss and finish our dinner, after which we retire to the couch and lay together. I pet Yuri as we listen to the songs coming from the turntable. "We have classes again tomorrow," states Yuri. "I know," I sigh. "Should we go?" she asks. "I suppose so," I reply. "But Sawyer, aren't you happier with this new life that we have?" asks Yuri. "I am, it's just, shouldn't we continue going to school, to learn and maybe get a greater education?" I ask. "What have you learned from school that really matters to you?" asks Yuri in a stern way. I think for a moment before saying, "Nothing." It's true, I really hadn't learned much from school. I hadn't made many friends because I was for the most part quite shunned. All of what I was taught in school didn't really apply to my life. I'd never learned any solutions to the problems that I faced every day. So was there really any purpose in going forward, when everything that I needed was right here with Yuri? The two of us lie still for some time. Still, I just don't know for sure. "No man having put his hand to the plow and looking back is fit for the kingdom of God," she says with a furrowed brow. "Maybe you're right, Yuri. Perhaps we should leave," I say to her as I touch my chin to think. "Oh, Sawyer, I'm so glad that you agree," she says as she rolls over. "I want you to be mine and mine alone." "Of course, my love. Ever since I've met you, I've started to see life in a whole new way. I just know that we're meant to be together," I say as I kiss her and hold her near to me. "Sawyer," asks Yuri. "Yes, darling? Can I live here with you?" "Of course. I would really love that." Yuri smiles at me, but then she frowns as she remembers. "Sawyer, I need to get some things from my home. Will you wait here for me?" "What are you missing?" I ask. "I've been wearing the same clothes for the last 3 days, darling. I need new ones. I also would like to bring some belongings for us to share. Perhaps some furniture and blankets if my sister will let me." "Can I come with you?" She stops before thinking. "Perhaps it's best if you don't. My sister, if she knew that I were to marry a man who was like me—" "Never mind what they think. All these people believe that there's something wrong with us. And you know what? Maybe there is. But surely that doesn't mean that everything we do is crazy. I don't think it's crazy that I want to be with you," I tell her while taking her face into my hands. Yuri smiles and gives me a kiss. "Thank you, Sawyer. But still, I think it's best I go alone." She reaches into her purse and pulls out her gun. "Here, You should hold this for me. Perhaps you could tell by what I just said, but my sister worries a great deal for me. If I were to bring this home, well, she might turn me in. She's certainly going to want to know where I've been all along. I'll have to come up with some sort of excuse. Does she know about your escape from the hospital? I ask. No. No one but you and those in the hospital know. If I were ever to be caught, I'd likely be there for quite some time, Yuri says as she looks at me with fear in her eyes. I think about her words for a moment before at last deciding to give her a big hug. We lay there for some time as I close my eyes and melt into her warmth. Where'd you get the gun, anyway? I ask lazily. Some guy on 10th Street, she whispers. I get up quickly to the sound of 3 gunshots coming from outside. I look around to find Yuri, but she's gone. She must have left to go see her sister. I go to the window and look down on the street below. Yuri's brown Plymouth sits parked there where it had been before. Someone lay slumped against the side while a man in blue stood over that person. Oh God, I gasp. I run to the door and open it, charging for the stairs and jumping down them. I reach the lobby and run out to where I find 2 police officers standing in front of the person by the Plymouth. Hey, you need to step back, says one of them, getting up and walking over to me. Having stepped aside, I can now see the person laying by the car. The officer places his hands on my shoulders to push me back to the lobby, but I struggle against him. No, fuck no, I yell. It was Yuri. Please, that's my fiancée.